Ever wondered how someone who spends half their life fighting the sea managed to make 1 million on YouTube? Yeah, me too. Welcome aboard the Cruise Ship Safety and Security channel. I'm Shelby, Chief Officer Safety and creator of Internet Chaos. Today I'm revealing how a cruise officer with questionable Wi-Fi and too much wave data accidentally built a 7-figure YouTube channel. Yes, accidentally. Watch this. This is the moment it all clicked. Not in a quiet office, not in a brainstorming session, but right here, in the middle of a force 10 gale, with 30-foot waves trying to swallow us whole. The ship was groaning, the alarms were screaming, and all I could think was, this is where clarity is born. This is where you stop overthinking and start doing. Most people look at the online world and see the same kind of chaos. They think you need a massive following, a Hollywood-level production budget, and a team of slick editors to build a 7-figure business from your passion. They see a storm of algorithms, trends, and gurus all shouting conflicting advice, and they get paralyzed. They believe the barrier to entry is a mountain of cash and 1 million subscribers. I'm here to tell you that's all noise. That's the gale trying to distract you. To build a truly successful high-revenue channel, you don't need any of that. You only need 3 things. It's a lesson I learned on the high seas, and it applies just as much to navigating the digital ocean. At sea, people overcomplicate everything. They get lost on their way to the buffet, they misread the muster drill instructions, they panic at the first sign of a little chop. Online, it's the same story. Creators get lost in vanity metrics, they misread their audience, and they abandon ship the moment their growth stalls. They focus on the wrong charts, the wrong tools, the wrong destinations. The secret isn't in having the fanciest gear, it's about having the right map. It's about stripping away the complexity and focusing on the fundamental pillars that actually drive success and generate significant revenue streams. These are the constants in a sea of variables. Forget the millions of subscribers for a moment. Focus on these 3 pillars. First, clarity. Knowing exactly who you are, who you're talking to, and what problem you solve for them. Second, consistency. Showing up reliably, like a lighthouse beam cutting through the fog, building trust with every piece of content. And third, curiosity. Staying genuinely interested in your subject and your audience. Always exploring, always learning. Oh, and there's a fourth, non-negotiable element. A big, generous dash of your own unique personality. Lots of it. Because in a crowded sea, being you is the one competitive advantage no one can copy. It's your signal flair. So, stick around. We're about to pull back the curtain on the exact blueprint I used to turn maritime safety, not exactly the sexiest topic, into a thriving online enterprise. I'll show you how to chart your own course, navigate the storms, and build something incredible. Let's set sail. It all started on a night when the sea was personally offended by my existence.
Are we sinking?
Is this the Bermuda Triangle?
Is the captain awake?
He is now, Margaret. My niche was simple: maritime safety, marine science, and cruise ship chaos. Educational maritime content has one of the highest CPMs on YouTube. Who knew? So how does a channel about maritime safety become a 7-figure business? Honestly, it surprised me too. It isn't one big treasure chest, but 4 currents flowing together like the open ocean. Let's chart the course, starting with the first, YouTube ad revenue. Here's the thing about our niche. It's not about racking up millions of random views, though that helps. It's about attracting the right viewers. Mariners, safety pros, and sea nerds with real intent. The right viewers. Advertisers who want to reach people invested in maritime safety and high-tech gear pay a premium. That means our CPM, what advertisers pay per 1,000 views, can be incredibly high. I had one video, a deep dive on calculating rogue wave probability, that earned more in its first 30 days than I used to make in a month at sea. That's when I knew this wasn't a hobby. It was a real career, powered by sharing knowledge. Out here, people always ask what I actually trust. Binoculars that cut the haze at dawn. The weather app I check before committing to a window. The PLB I hope I never use. So I built curated lists. No fluff. Just the exact products I run on this bridge and in my ditch bag. Each item has a link. If you buy through it, the brand pays a small commission. You pay nothing extra. Here's why that matters. Every tutorial, every debrief, every gear check keeps working after I upload. A captain in Norway watches next week. A sailing student in Perth finds it next year. The back catalog becomes a fleet. Those links quietly earn while I'm recording the next passage. It's like setting a course and letting the autopilot trim. Steady, incremental, on target. One honest recommendation at a time, scaled by trust and time at sea. Stream 3 is sponsorships. But only from niche marine brands I'd actually trust on this bridge. Think radar overlays on the helm screen, a lifebuoy shot as we talk mob gear, a short deck demo while the swell rolls. No pasted-in billboards. It's integrated. I use it, you see it working, we move on. Authenticity is the anchor. Because the moment it slips, the whole channel drifts. Stream 4 is our own products. Digital? Seaworthy. Built-in squalls first? Polished later. Heavy weather navigation. Tactics I've logged in Force 8 with overlays on the plotter and wind shifts mapped like tide arrows. Emergency checklists. Printable and tablet ready, from engine out to rig inspection. Each step timed by real-world minutes, not brochure promises. These aren't downloads to admire. They're tools to grab with wet hands. Ads are the spray. Light, constant, always there. Affiliates are the steady current. Quiet clicks from the back catalog. Sponsorships are the gusts. Brief pushes when a trusted brand aligns with a real passage. Own products are the keel. Weight and control when the sea stands up. 4 streams, 1 course. Here's the flywheel. 1 video breaks out. Storm footage, clean overlays, a tight story. Views spike. The back catalog lifts like tide across a whole bay. New eyes binge. Ads accrue, affiliate lists get opened. A sponsor slot fills next month. A navigator grabs the heavy weather guide. A skipper downloads the emergency checklists. Each action feeds the next. Graphs rise like a spring tide on the dash. Not a cliff, a tide. And when the spike settles, the water doesn't return to the old level. More subscribers, more search trust, more deck-tested products and more cockpits. The cycle repeats. A calm window to record, a gale to teach, a clean edit that stitches it together. The engine here isn't the gear or the graphs. It's the way each piece locks into the next, turning one good story into momentum that keeps spinning while we're already plotting the next waypoint. The secret isn't your camera, it isn't your mic, it isn't your thumbnail. It's storytelling. So that's how a cruise officer, a camera, and a ridiculous amount of maritime madness turned into a 7-figure channel. It's a journey that still feels surreal. From navigating 1,000-foot vessels through tight channels to navigating the equally tricky waters of YouTube algorithms, it's been an incredible voyage. What started as a simple idea to pull back the curtain on this massive, mysterious industry has grown into something I never could have predicted. It's become a community of curious minds, fellow mariners, and people who just love the sea. And honestly, that's the most rewarding part. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the connection, the shared passion for the ocean, and the opportunity to make maritime operations a little less opaque for everyone. We've talked about the business side, the revenue streams, and the strategies that helped this channel grow, but at its heart, it's always been about the stories the ocean has to tell and the critical lessons it teaches us every single day. And the conversation doesn't stop here. If you want more behind-the-scenes content, daily life at sea, or just want to ask a question that pops into your head at 3 a.m., you can find me across all the usual social platforms. I love seeing your comments and questions. They genuinely shape the content we create here. This channel is as much yours as it is mine, a shared space for learning and discussion. So, drop a comment below with what you'd like to see demystified next. Is it the intricate dance of port operations? The science behind megaship stability? Or maybe you just want to know what the food is really like in the crew mess? Let me know. Your curiosity is the compass that guides this channel, so don't be a stranger. Now, speaking of what's next, prepare to come back on the bridge with me for our next video. We're diving deep into one of the most critical and often overlooked aspects of maritime safety: communication. Or rather, miscommunication. Imagine 2 colossal ships, thousands of tons of steel, on a collision course in the dead of night. It's not a storm, not an engine failure, but a few simple, misunderstood words spoken over the radio that sealed their fate. We'll explore how language barriers, non-standard phrases, and even cultural differences can lead to catastrophic outcomes. We'll break down real-life case studies and dissect the official marine accident investigation reports to see exactly where things went wrong. More importantly, I'll show you the systems and protocols we use, like standard marine communication phrases, to prevent these disasters. You'll learn why saying yes instead of affirmative can have dire consequences and how not to end up as a cautionary tale. It's a lesson in clarity that applies far beyond the bridge of a ship. Until then, thank you for coming aboard for this one. It means the world to have you here. Stay safe, stay curious, and remember, port is left, starboard is right. Unless you're giving steering commands to the helm, then it's left and right or we're all going swimming. Trust me, you don't want to be the reason the captain has to make that announcement. Keep your situational awareness sharp, whether you're at sea or ashore. The world is a fascinating place, full of complex systems and hidden rules. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and never lose that sense of wonder. Subscribe now and become part of the crew. No sea time required, just curiosity, good humor, and a willingness to learn why the ocean does whatever it wants. I'll see you in the next watch.